everyone! In this video, we're creating a new flag for Bhutan. This is the current flag of Bhutan. We recommend you check out our Bhutan flag review video. We won't give away the score it received, but we can tell you that it scored poorly. This flag is one of the most distinctive sovereign flags in existence, and the flag is liked by many people. However, in terms of the principles of flag design, the flag has a huge problem. That problem is simplicity. The dragon depicted on the flag is very detailed and complicated. The depiction of this emblem on the flag meant the flag lost a huge amount of marks in our review video. Another issue is that of contrast between the white dragon and the yellow portion of the field. Even though the dragon has a black outline, it's too thin to prevent the poor contrast between the yellow and white, and therefore the top half of the dragon is difficult to see clearly. With these issues in mind, we're now going to create our design. The field of the current flag is bisected diagonally into a yellow upper triangle and lower orange triangle. We've decided to keep the field exactly the same for our design. This layout and color scheme is unique to sovereign flags, and it also has good symbolism, which we'll discuss later. The dragon is called Druk, and Druk is the thunder dragon of Bhutanese mythology. Unfortunately, drawings of animals and mythical creatures are almost never going to be simple enough for flag use. One can draw very simple stylized versions, but it's difficult to balance simplicity with a somewhat realistic interpretation. Given the importance of the dragon, we want to keep it on our flag, or at least part of it. After some initial designs, we discovered that drawing a simple dragon outline is still too complicated for flag use. After some thinking, we decided our best option was to apply the technique of using part of the current design to create something simpler. For this dragon, we're going to use its tongue. Here is a close-up of the tongue. We're going to use the tongue and discard everything else. We're going to color it white, but we won't have a black outline. Here it's placed in the same position as the current flag. Next, we're going to make it bigger and rotate it so it's positioned from the upper hoist to lower fly. And this is our completed design. This design is far simpler than the original. While the entire dragon is no longer present, we've used its tongue, which is arguably the most important feature of the dragon. So what about symbolism? On the current flag, the yellow symbolizes the civil tradition of the country, while the orange symbolizes the country's spiritual Buddhist tradition. We're keeping that symbolism for our flag. The white color of the dragon symbolizes the purity of thought of the people. We're going to apply that to the white color of the tongue on our flag. On the current flag, the placement of the dragon equally across the yellow and orange represents the equal importance of civil and spiritual tradition, while the jewels and the claws represent the country's wealth. This symbolism no longer applies for our design, though we do have the tongue spread across both colors. The dragon's mouth on the current flag symbolizes the defense and protection of the country, and we can apply that symbolism to the tongue on our flag. The two spikes on the tongue give an opportunity to apply symbolism to them. We considered using one of them for wealth to replace the now removed jewels, but that didn't make sense to us. Instead, we're going to use the spikes to symbolize the Himalayan mountains where Bhutan is situated. The spikes look somewhat like mountains, and because they're white, they resemble the snow-capped Himalayas. So overall for symbolism, we've kept some, removed some, and added some of our own. If we were to review the flag based on the 5 principles of flag design, it would score highly. While the tongue is a bit tricky, it's not too difficult to draw from memory and get pretty close to the basic shape. So while it loses some marks for simplicity, it scores much higher than the current flag. The flag also loses some marks for color. The flag has 3 colors, which is 1 less than the current flag and meets the recommended maximum of 3. Unfortunately, we haven't resolved the contrast issue between the yellow and white. However, the problem is mitigated somewhat by the fact that the portion of the tongue in the yellow field is a simple, slightly curvy line, while the more complicated part of the tongue with the spikes is in the orange field, and this has good contrast. The flag has good symbolism and is distinctive, and gets top marks for these principles. Our overall score for this new design would be 9 out of 10. So what do you guys think? Should we have designed a flag from scratch, or did we make the right choice in using large elements of the current flag? Did we use the right elements? Let us know your thoughts. Thank you for watching.